Call me! And hello folks, it is I, Kamikaze. I'm here to bring you a lovely opening video, unboxing video, whatever the hell you want to call it. I got a really good deal. Unfortunately, I had to do some back alley favors, namely like algebra and calculus, in order to get this good deal. Essentially, I'm just going to move that over there. And this is what we've got. Obviously, you probably already know what this is given the aspect of what the, title says. And I lost my knife. Because I just kind of threw it everywhere, didn't I? There's water. There's everything but my knife. Oh, there it is. Got it! Alright. Now, well, before I show you that, my stepmother and stepsister got me this lovely Christmas sweatshirt. I love it. Alright, now let's get back into what we're doing. May contain awesome, and go ahead and review me, it says. Obviously, I'm not in the box, so it can't be that awesome. And ego there. I'm trying again to record at 60 FPS and see how well this works. So, I'm going to open this up. Ooh, just what I always wanted. Actually, bubble wrap. Move that out of the way. We've got advertisement. Let's just move this right here. Advertisement. Invoice. Box that we're searching for. Boom! Adjust the camera there. We got the lovely EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. Too many T's inside of the name. VR ready. Obviously, I have a 1070 in my computer right now. One of the reasons I got it at a good deal is I get to do a lovely benchmark comparison between my 1070 and this. So, let's just open up the rest of this package here so that way we can get a good look. Some of you may remember that fish, the chair, the lamp, all of that from one of my... Oh, this can go in the garbage. Ah, pop my arm. Alright, open, open, open. Maybe I shouldn't put away my knife so soon. Yeah, of course I have an expensive $1 knife. I don't even know where it came from, but I don't think I even spent $1 on it. So, inside of the GTX 1080 Ti box, you get... more papers. Oh! Stickers. Enthusiast built. I mean, yes, I don't think you could make any bigger of stickers to slap on your computer. Heck, I could put it on my car and it'd be still visible. And so what we've got inside... superior hardware. Ah, interesting poster. I don't really hang up posters very much, and plus if I do, I really hate creases. I don't know if that's just me, but creases make me uncomfortable. Then we've got the manual, which no one reads, which also has... If I didn't knock down my camera... My camera's tripod has a broken leg. So it takes a little bit of effort there. It also has... Ooh, actually that's pretty cool. I might actually stick that on my computer. It's a little like metal... sticker pin thing that you normally put on computers. Usually they're just crappy stickers that I've seen, so I've never been interested. Then we got driver disc. Like anyone uses those anymore. We've got important notice. Thank you for choosing EVGA. In order to provide heat dissipation, some areas of the base plate are silver, aluminum, and color. See below diagram. This normal provides the best thermal interface possible. Okay, so it's telling me about 2 different colors. There's a paper. GeForce GTX 10/900 series. What is this? Like 6 different languages of hardware installation. Insert into computer, turn on. Then we've got do not return to store. We've got right here if you couldn't advertise yourself well enough, here is yourself an EVGA foam board. And then we've got over here, which is... Oh, this is a multi-pin connector. I already have one inside of my system, but this allows you to go from 1/8 to 2 6s to 1/8. So that might be necessary. I think I have one that does the inverse. And then here, behold what you've been waiting for. This thing is heavy. Holy cow. Will this even fit in my computer right now? Holy bejesus. I mean, like the length of... I mean, that is a ridiculous sized graphics card. I don't think I have room for this. I think I'm going to have to mutilate Igor more for this to work. Okay, and so it's got 3 lovely fans. Got a good hot rod feel to the glorious heat sinks there. Looks like it'll have good dissipation, and then, well, listen to that sound. Okay, that should have came off in one good go. That would have been great. Still piece here, still piece there. It's got a protective cover on this, which is good because I just sat it on top of it. Probably not the best idea. Obviously, I don't handle my electronics well. This thing has like 11 gigs of DDR5 RAM and all the lovely specs. I will provide images of the specs as well as the benchmarks I will be doing for both of the graphics cards, the 1070 versus the 1080. Oh, it's one piece. Let's get the other one too. Where's it? There we go. Versus the 1080 Ti. Keep wanting to call it the I. So, look at this. I mean, this thing is really well built. I've never had a graphics card that has been so, well, expensive. Let alone, it's really, I mean, we're talking like this thing is built like a tank. Well, so that's the unboxing. That's everything that comes inside of the box of the EVGA GTX 1080 Ti. For what we're going to end up doing now is I'm going to end up doing the benchmarks between the two. I'm essentially just going to provide the details of it and try and explain it as best as my knowledge. Unfortunately, I am not insanely tech expletive. I can't explain tech very well. I explain the information that I've got and what... Well, you're going to get what you get from me. So, I'll be right back in just a moment. And here is the 1080 Ti actually installed in my system. It actually worked on first boot, which was nothing short of amazing for me. Usually I end up having 2 or 3 times to get anything working. If you notice the lovely handiwork here, I have a mid-sized case, and I had to cut this out in order to fit my 1070 in there, which I found that this thing isn't any size difference from the 1070. The only thing I can say is it definitely was heavier than the 1070. But yeah, it fit right in there. It takes up 2 slots, and it has a lovely light on the side, which makes no difference because the side of my case is solid white. This is Igor, the predecessor to... wait, is it predecessor? So the successor to Frankenstein, my computer that was rebuilt over like 12 years. So this is it right now inside of the system. We're going to do all of the specs testing now because I've already done it for the 1070, and now I'm going to do it for the Ti. And after doing the benchmarking, I got pretty good results on across the board for both cards. This here is the 1070, which got a total of 12,000 score, which is, as it shows, in the 98th percentile of cards it is tested. And it got good scores across the board. The only problem with this and the 1080 Ti is I don't have a 4K monitor. So I was unable to do the test at a 4K resolution, which knocked the score down a little bit apparently. I'm not that worried, but the comparison between the two is this is the 1080 Ti card on the right hand side. As you can see, it is approximately a 33% increase in overall power, also bumping it up to the 99th percentile for it. The scores across the board, as you can see, increased by a significant amount. Other than DirectX 9 only increased by 29 points, but everything else increased by a significant amount compared to the previous score. The only thing I can say is that between the two, the temperatures on both cards did not exceed 68. I did not do any overclocking. These are straight out of the box tests and results. So if you end up getting different results from overclocking, that's completely up to you. So then after removing these, what we have here is this is the total frames per second I got by using max settings on Destiny 2. I use Destiny 2 because it's the game I'm currently playing, and I decided to see, well, how it would end up turning out. In this case, the left, obviously, my exact card, the MSI GTX 1070 Armor, which got anywhere from usually between like 55 frames all the way up to like 98. There were some rare cases when I've played that I've seen 100, but I never really saw that like at all, especially during this benchmarking. I went to each of these planets to test it out. I drove across the entire planet, ran across the entire planet on Mercury, and looked in all sorts of directions to see what happened. If you notice that my average frames per second for this was 71 across the board for the 1070, and if you look over here, the average was 130, and almost double frame improvement just from switching the cards, which was the largest difference I've seen so far in all the numbers that I've been checking out here. What I will mention is on Titan, you can see that it dropped down to 58 frames. What happened there is if you go and stand at a specific location and look, it essentially loads the entire map all the way to the end, even though you can't see it, and it actually is unable to give you 60 frames on there. It's kind of like the point where you go, screw this, gonna return it. No, not really. It's a fantastic card. Absolutely love it. On IO, it shows 200. 200 is the max that Destiny 2 will show you, even though it's supposed to be uncapped frame rate. So I don't know what its upper limit is because 200 is the maximum. But as you can see the difference between the two here, and I increased the size of the average results on the 1080 Ti, as you can see, it goes from 70 to 120, 67 to 112, 66 to 133, 61 to 115, almost a double improvement across the board. And that is, to me, an vast improvement in the gameplay and so forth. The reason I got the 1080 Ti was, one, I was given a pretty dang good deal on it. Two, I am going to use it primarily for my Vive, so that way I can have much better rendering when it comes to VR programs. So, this is all the information I gathered from the comparison between the 1070 Armor and the 1080 Ti, which the Armor is unimportant, it's just MSI's overclocked from box settings kind of thing. And if there's any information that you want to know that I did not include here, please leave a comment below, I'll try and provide that to you. Other than that, I am beyond ecstatic about this 1080 Ti. It is absolutely amazing powerhouse of awesomeness. And if this helped you in any way, shape, or form, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things that make me a happy camper. And I will catch you guys in the next one.